Sister Naomi Watson, I'm very happy to meet you today for a brief interview.
Thank you.
First of all, who is Naomi Angele Watson?
Okay, my name is Naomi Watson and I originally come from India. I was there for 20 years and then I went over to the UK to do some studies, to do chartered accountancy in particular. And then I ended up getting married there, so I live in the UK now.
Okay. So where do you come from originally?
Okay, originally in India, I come from a place called Pune in Maharashtra. That's not far from Bombay. Well, Mumbai now. Yeah.
So when were you aware you had a problem with breast cancer?
Okay, in 2006, it was December 2006. I had just come back from India, from Pune. Actually, I had taken my parents because my parents lived with me. I had come back home and I came home and I had a shower and I felt that I had a lump, but I didn't pay much attention to it. And this was just before Christmas. But by the time I saw the doctors in the hospital, it was 4th of January.
Okay.
That's 2007.
Okay. Sister Watson, what sort of encouragement would you give to a lady who has suffered or who is suffering from breast cancer?
Well, you see, unfortunately, as soon as you hear the term you've got breast cancer or just cancer, people immediately have the idea that that's the end of life and, it's going to be very serious and that's terminal. It doesn't have to be. See, all these diseases that we have are diseases of lifestyle. So what we eat, what we do, as far as what we drink, water, just plain water. Are we exercising? Are we having plenty of sunshine? How much stress levels we have? All those play a factor. So when somebody has been diagnosed with cancer, I always say to people, okay, let's look at your lifestyle. Just having cancer doesn't mean that you're on a whole lot of medication and that's what's going to cure you. Those other factors are also important because we're trying to find out the root of why you have cancer.
So is it so important that somebody who is sick with such a dreadful disease has to be aware of his or her diet?
Oh, absolutely. See, actually, we don't have to wait till you're sick to find out what our diet is.
Okay.
For our health, our diet plays such an important part. 70 to 80% of what we eat is our immune system. It's in the gut. So what we eat plays such an important part. And we have a program in England says, you are what you eat. So eating plays a very important part in our lifestyle.
How can somebody who wants to move from a carnivorous diet to a vegetarian lifestyle? How?
Well, see, my motto almost is to stay close to nature and eating whole foods, plant-based diet. That's closest to nature. And if you're going to try and do that, the challenges we have with the carnivorous diet, having meat in your diet, okay, we like it because of the taste.
Yes.
And because we've got used to it. Maybe our parents ate it, so we continue eating it. But that's cholesterol. That has no fiber. So you've got various other problems like constipation and you've got your blood pressure, your diabetes. All these problems can be addressed if you have a whole foods plant-based diet.
Okay.
So once you understand how our diet affects our health, then it is easier to take the next step of saying, okay, let's see. It's not just taking the meat out and putting some vegetables in.
Okay.
No, we need to understand what a balanced diet is. There are a whole, when you ask people, what protein, immediately think of meat.
Okay.
Or cheese. No, our lentils, our beans, our nuts, they're all plant-based,
Okay.
but they're a whole lot better for you in terms of protein. And so helping us to change that way of thinking, we're able to move.
People tend to believe that a vegetarian diet is more expensive than a carnivorous one. What
No,
would you say to these people?
no. I think a vegetarian diet is cheaper. Because see, if you, look, for example, lentils or beans.
Yes.
How expensive are they? You don't need a whole lot.
Yes.
You need just a little bit, but it'll go a long way. While as meat, I think, is more expensive.
Okay.
And also when you think of although nuts may be very expensive, you're not having a whole lot of nuts. You're having just a handful. The amount of protein in our diet is only a handful that you really need. And then fruits and vegetables, these are good for us. They are our healers. They are our cleansers. And when you have, I'm not saying that when you're on a meat diet that you're not having fruits and vegetables, but you tend to have less. But on a vegetarian diet, you tend to increase your fruits and your vegetables.
Okay. Last question, not last but not least. Why do you eat what you eat?
Now, I eat what I eat is because I have made a conscious choice that for my health, I need to make sure that I've got lots of fruits, lots of vegetables, lots of raw fruits and vegetables in my diet. Because I know that I can stay healthier, and I don't want the cancer to come back. I don't want to face any chemotherapy and radiotherapy. As it happens, in my case, I chose not to have the chemotherapy or radiotherapy. I just have been able to use the natural methods to be able to stay. So what I eat and drink plays a very important part.
Okay. Why is raw food so important to the body?
Because raw food is live food. It's giving you life. It's full of vitamins, minerals, amino acids that the body needs, right? While as food that is cooked, dare I say, it's dead food because we've cooked it. Okay, there are some grains, things that we do need to cook. But the challenge is the amount that the cooked food that we eat is so much that there's no place left for raw food. Whereas if you increase the raw food, you're increasing the enzymes, the vitamins and minerals, which actually help you to digest the cooked food. So to me, the more raw food we have, in terms of fresh fruits and vegetables, the more energy we will have, the more nutrients we will have. And our brains are clearer, the skin is better, you look better, you feel better, get more energy than if you're having a normal, just cooked diet.
Could you briefly tell us about the New Start?
Restart. New Start.
New Start.
Yes. New Start is just the terms that we're using. NEWSTART. N for nutrition, E for exercise, W for water, S for sunshine, T for temperance. Temperance in that you have a balance. Avoid the bad things, but have a balance of the good things. A for air, that's fresh air, oxygen. R for rest. Your body does need a rest. What time are you going to bed? And, having a stressful life, you need your body to rest. And then our T. T is trust in God. We are whole beings. We need to look at the physical, emotional, spiritual aspects of our being. And trusting in God. Some people have belief, some people don't. But that is very, very important. And the research also shows that if you do trust in God, that you are able to recover much quicker from your health, from any illness as well. So New Start is a new start for you, for your lifestyle, but it also means that you're looking at the holistic view of life.
Thank you very much, sister.
Thank you. Appreciate